Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Nate BRRRR, and want to run through the first three videos in this set of a 5-part series. This is about analyzing single-family homes, what I want you to think about, what you need to be thinking about when you're thinking about buying them, and how you are going to come out ahead of other people by thinking about stuff before it happens. The first video was about cash flow. I want you to go back and watch that. And the second video was about an area that's very important. I won't keep going into this stuff because a lot of you guys have already seen this stuff and I don't want to bore you to death. The third one was about construction, makeup, what kind of buildings you want to buy, what kind you want to stay away from. For example, old building, you start to see the walls shifted and, just some of them are beyond repair. This video right here, we're going to talk about square footage. I always get a lot of people and they'll call me and they'll say, hey, Nate, I found this building. And I said, great, man, show me what you got. 2,900 square foot. Well, I don't say 2,900. It's a 3-bedroom in Norwood or wherever. I said, oh, man, great. How big is it? Oh, man, it's big. I'm thinking, man, you really want to rent that? Because, see, you have a competitive set. You're only going to get what the area brings in for rent. If it's a big, monstrous house, as a landlord, you don't want that. Because you don't want to have to be responsible for all that carpet or hardwood flooring or the roof. Think about it. It's a bigger house, got a bigger roof. It's got more walls, it's got more drywall, have more plaster, has more doors, bigger furnace, which costs more, bigger AC unit. All this stuff costs more and it's eventually gonna break or need repaired. So you want to stay away from the big monstrous houses most of the time. The ones that are money makers are them little, 1,000 to 1,400 square foot. And I ain't saying you can't go bigger. 3 bedrooms, those are key. And then when you start getting into 4 bedrooms, man, sometimes in some of these areas where you have a shortage of housing, like in Cincinnati right now, we have a shortage of 28,000 apartments for workforce housing is what we call it. And how that came about was, I'm gonna do a whole video about that, but it came about because a lot of the old stuff was torn down. So why was it torn down? Because it was too big, square footage. That's what this video is about. You buy these big old houses and sometimes they're beyond repair. Even at me with a construction company, it might cost me $80 or $90 a square foot cost. So if I go buy a 3,000 square foot old plaster building and I'm really good, it's 90 bucks a foot, 90 times 3,000, $270,000. Not gonna make a great rental property in most parts of Cincinnati. That's just the renovation. We're not talking about acquisition, soft costs, which are holding costs. So the things to consider when you are buying a property, it's the same way when you get into big assets. And that's why I'm trying to train your brain right now to start thinking about this stuff. You want 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 square foot houses that were built between about 1950 and later. And the reason I really love them is because a lot of those houses have beautiful architectural detail, but they're still in that zone when we talk about construction. They're still not going to be cost prohibitive to renovate. They're real easy. Even in the 1950s, a lot of them had copper sewer stacks in them or plumbing stacks. So the reason I really want you to start looking at square footage is because I want you, again, when you start buying multifamily, when I buy multifamily right now, I don't even, I say, hey, look, man, how many square feet is it? I don't care about how many units and all that. I mean, are the units, now I look at them, I make sure there's not these big, massive 3,000 square foot units because that's going to hurt me. But I know if I got these mixture of 600 to 1,500 square foot properties and then I can analyze the areas and I say, okay, what are they renting them for? They're one of them sell to me based off actuals. They're renting them at 83 cents a square foot. What can I get in this area? Oh, I can get $1.05. So let's say it's 100,000 square feet and just using rough numbers. I just bought one of these maybe bigger, but 83 cents a square foot times 100,000 square feet is an $83,000 gross operating income a month. If I can push that to $1.15 with a little bit of renovation, I'm talking about $115,000. So look, $83,000 a month, $115,000 a month. You can't comprehend how much money that really is because you take that and then you times it by 12 and then you put a multiplier of about 12 to 15x on top of that. So that's why I want you guys to learn this while we're doing single family homes. I'm going to condition your mind to understand what wealthy people know and what few people, if anybody, I haven't seen people share this, and this is why we wanted to share it with you guys. So square footage is very important. You don't want the big massive ones. You don't want the ones that are too small. You want it to be functional. There are things that are called properties that are functionally obsolete. What that means is that families just don't live like that anymore. So if you want a good tenant, you can't expect them to live the same way they did back in the 1920s. This is all broken up over here. Somebody's in here cooking and they can't see you in the bedroom and the bath. It's just all messed up. So if you walk through and you don't have a clear vision or path of how somebody's going to live and function in here, then think about who you're going to rent that to and how they're going to feel walking in. You want them to open that door and you want them to feel like, this is my living space. Wow, kitchen's over there. You want to give them a vision for how they're going to live in this property, because one day you're going to dispose of this asset and you're going to sell it off to a homeowner, more than likely. So guys, again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you click on the like button, subscribe to us, follow us, tell your friends about us, tell your family, bring everybody on board. We're going to show you the secrets of success that some millionaires and all billionaires know. Click on that bell right there and we'll notify you of all the videos that come. Thank you.